everybody in the sport of boxing, boxing personnel, media platform, and things of that nature always say that the heavyweight division is what dictates boxing. The heavyweight division is what dictates where boxing is at, where boxing is going, and things of that nature. Of course, in a couple of years ago, we said that there's nobody in the heavyweight division. So boxing is there. We need the heavyweight division to come back. So this is the primary reason why I say that now, of course, we got Andy Ruiz Jr., the Mexican heavyweight champion of the world. 4 belts. We also like to say that the heavyweight division dictates boxing. And this is what I'm going to say. That Mexicans run boxing, especially here in America. Oh yeah, we got a Mexican heavyweight champion of the world, Andy Ruiz Jr. We got the Mikey Garcia of the world. We got the Luis Santa Cruz of the world. We got the Canelo Alvarez, the cash cow of boxing of the world, that keeps the masses of the people, especially here in America, engaged. That's what I'm saying. Disagree or agree, but I'm going to tell you like this. You can't knock me. You can't knock my statement that Mexican fighters run boxing. Mexico run boxing here in America. Ladies and gentlemen of the boxing world, we already know who's the heavyweight champion of the world, holding 4 belts, Andy Ruiz Jr. What I want, though, is for people to stop finding all these excuses for Anthony Joshua, stop discrediting, and stop disrespecting Andy Ruiz Jr. win. Stop trying to suck everything out of his victorious, of his dream, and everything of that nature. Stop it, guys. Let's give his man his just due. He has worked his lifelong dream. He has worked hard for this. He has accomplished it. He is successful. And now he is the one that's going to call the shots. And if he's smart and his management is smart, of course, he's with Al Heyman. You already know he's the best business savvy dude in the world of boxing. He doesn't care about the fans and what you think. He cares about his client, and he's going to put his client in the best position to make lucrative deals. Now, I just want to touch base on this and put everything in perspective about the heavyweight division and what I've been trying to say and what I've been saying in several of my videos and things in the past, especially about this division. Now, for Deontay Wilder, I said in other videos, I told you, Deontay Wilder, if you listen, I told you that stop worrying about the purse. That if you fight Anthony Joshua, you sign that contract, no matter how much it was, if it was 50 million, if it was 40 million, if whatever it is, that with that win, endorsement deals was going to come, different platform, different earning from different avenues was going to come to you. It's almost like an NBA contract. It's almost like, put it for example, James Harden got a max deal in the NBA, but it's probably not even more than his sneaker deal in Adidas. Look at the sneaker deal that LeBron James had. These guys are making more off endorsement than their respective sports, their respective earnings in their respective sports. And that's why I said, come on, man. You was betting on yourself. With that win, you could have bet on yourself. Now, Andy Ruiz Jr., he had to throw a monkey wrench in the heavyweight division because the top 2 guys just didn't want to make it happen for themselves. Just didn't want to make it happen for their legacy. Just didn't want to happen for their greatness. Just didn't want to happen for the sport of boxing and for the fans. So here we go. This was inevitable. This was needed to happen because I said in my videos before, we needed a J-Rock in the heavyweight division to throw a monkey wrench. It's time. People are not going to wait. People are going to salivate these things anymore. We live in a new world. We live in the technology. We live in the now. We live in the now. We're not going to sit around waiting on something. You already marinated that fight as long as you could. And I knew it. There was no point. And of course, I'm so happy that Andy Ruiz Jr. won. You can see in my video how glad I was. But there was no point for Anthony Joshua at this point of his career, at this stage in his career, for Anthony Joshua to be fighting Andy Ruiz Jr. and for Deontay Wilder to be fighting Dominic Brazil. It was no point. It was time. There was nobody left. You're not going to build your legacy off of it. So the only thing that comes after that is coming down or losing to the guy that is right there to you. And the stock won't drop. So let me tell you like this about Andy Ruiz Jr. That Mexicans run boxing, especially here in America. Yeah, I said it. Mexicans run boxing. Mexican run boxing here in the Northern Hemisphere. Yes, I said it. Yes, I said it. We got Andy Ruiz Jr., the heavyweight champion of the world, holding 4 belts. We got Luis Santa Cruz in the lower division. Who we got? We got Oscar De La Hoya, Golden Boy. We got Canelo Alvarez, the cash cow of boxing, running stuff in the world of boxing. So you could say, oh, I'm only mentioning these couple of guys. Hey, the cash cow of boxing is a Mexican dude. All right? The heavyweight champion of the world is a Mexican dude. And I would tell you like this, just like I told Deontay Wilder, you was going to get endorsement deals, right? Look at Andy Ruiz Jr. He just got a snicker endorsement deals within hours after the fight. That's what I meant. That everything was going to come to you. Everything from different avenues was going to come to you. Thank you, Andy Ruiz Jr. And the best thing that happened, that a Mexican actually won the belt. Because we all know that Mexico makes lucrative fights for boxing. Mexican fighters are very lucrative in the sport of boxing. They just make boxing even bigger. You know why? Because Mexican in the northern hemisphere, in the north, are the most loyal fans in boxing. Of course, the UK is loyal, but in America fans is not loyal. It's not loyal to their fighters. We gotta keep it real. Yes, we have a little group here that appreciates the Deontay Wilder, that appreciate the Bud Crawford, that appreciate the Errol Spence, that appreciate the Keith Thurman, that appreciates, a couple of boxers, but it's more hated. People watch, I think the most probably watched black fighter, maybe American fighter. I'm not going to say black or anything of that nature. I don't like bringing the race card, but it is what it is. When it comes to boxing, it plays in a business strategy to build up fights, to make fights and things of that nature. That's why, Floyd Mayweather knew that it's great to fight in Cinco de Mayo. Floyd Mayweather knew that it's good to fight Mexican fighters. He fought, Victor Ortiz. That was a good move. He fought Canelo Alvarez early in his career. That was a good move. The Hoya fight, that was a good move. And if you see the theatrical, when they come outside the ring, what are they wearing? What are they wearing? Look at Errol Spence when he fought Mikey Garcia. What is he wearing? Now I mentioned, here we go, Mikey Garcia as well is in the pool with the great Mexican fighters. And look, PBC, first pay-per-view with the PBC bad. I'm not gonna mention the Adrian Broner because that Manny Pacquiao is already got his loyal fans. He's a pay-per-view star for a long time. But in this young era, Mike Garcia is actually the one that bringing all the dollars and bringing all the money in that pay-per-view versus Errol Spence. We all know it wasn't Errol Spence. Let's keep it real. It was Mikey Garcia. But it takes two to tango. It takes two to make a good event. But we all know it was Mikey Garcia and the Mexican fans that was loyal, that paid for that pay-per-view and things of that nature. So, Mexican boxers run boxing. They make it lucrative. They make it relevant for the casuals to tune in. Yes, it's the reason why the West Coast is good. It's the reason why the things is in Vegas. Mexico's right there. It's close to it. And that's the way it goes. So, it's good that Andy Ruiz Jr. is the heavyweight champion of the world, because if you really think about it now, he is with PBC. The fight could be made easily with Deontay Wilder. Of course, Andy Ruiz Jr., he got that, the rematch clause in the contract. They got to fight Anthony Joshua. But I also believe that there's a lot of ways, the strategic way in going around that little contract is a strategic way to go around that rematch clause. Look at Tony Harrison. Tony Harrison got injured. He ain't going to fight Jamal Charlo because that's a smart move right there. Time out. I won the championship. I know everybody really want Jamal Charlo to be the champion. I threw a monkey wrench into the 154-pound division along with J-Rock. Nah, let me get injured right quick. And then I'm going to get the tune up, get my money up, stay up. That's just a smart move. Smart move. Is he injured? I don't know. I'm just assuming. But if it is not, that's a good business move. Good strategy. But it is safe to say that Andy Ruiz Jr. and Deontay Wilder It's a good, lucrative fight. It's still a good, lucrative fight. Needs a little marinating, but I believe that Andy Ruiz Jr. is running high. I believe he should get, they should put him in a lot of platform, a lot of interviews, the high profile, high traffic media platforms like such. I don't want to say these dudes because I've been on. I don't want him to go to First Take, but I do want him to face Stephen A. Smith, and I want Stephen A. Smith to be damn it humbled by his damn tweets. I want Andy Ruiz Jr. to be invited to First Take and let him say his piece, and I don't want no Stephen A. Smith to interrupt him. You better listen up to the professional Stephen A. Smith. Listen up to the professionals. You better apologize, and then maybe we'll go back for respecting you just a little bit, you loud mouth, big words using mother up. Now, is the best fight for Andy Ruiz Jr. and Deontay Wilder because you still got the Mexican fan base. See? That's something that Deontay Wilder didn't have to, didn't have in his career. Maybe that's why you don't got the numbers in the pay-per-view numbers the way it should be. Yeah, you got the UK. Yeah, you had Tyson Fury. Yeah, but I believe in that fight, it wasn't really like build up to that fight. The Tyson Fury and Wilder wasn't built up because a lot of people lost confidence in Tyson Fury. He wasn't at his best. He wasn't as old man. So now they fight. Of course, it's going to be more lucrative because we all know that fight happened. And, it was a theatrical fight. A lot of drama. A lot of people think that Tyson Fury won. But this is a special type of fight. This is a special type of fighter because he got that Rocky Balboa effect. Who is this guy? Huh? Like Stephen A. Smith, we all know in the world of boxing who's Andy Ruiz Jr. But then they say, who is this guy, right? The Mexican, the one that doesn't look physically apart to the point he don't look like the Avengers. He don't look like Incredible Hulk like you want him to look at it. But in boxing, that does not matter. In combat fighting, that does not matter. He has guns, he has heart, he has balls, and that's all it takes to be a fighter. Forget about this, forget about the little stomach. It don't matter. He will knock you out with the right hand and eat a hamburger with the left. It don't matter. He's a professional boxer. So here we go. So I believe Deontay Wilder and Andy Ruiz Jr. is a very lucrative fight if it's built right. Of course, I don't believe it's going to take that long. I believe Andy Ruiz Jr. should have a fight or maybe two since Wilder is fighting already Luis Ortiz and is fighting Tyson Fury on the rematch. If it's signed, it's signed. But in that sense, you got two fights. Andy Ruiz got two fights to build up to that fight. Mexico versus America. It always works in the sport of boxing. You got the Rocky Balboa effect. You got the Apollo Creed effect. I know I mentioned the movies. I know it's fake, but everybody loves the movie. Everybody gets it. It's a motivational aspect of our lives. Rocky is one of the best movies in the history of the world. So that's why I'm mentioning it. I know it's a lie, but you understand what I'm trying to say. It was an Italian, it was a black dude. Now it was a Mexican and a black dude. That sells. That is lucrative in fighting. Doesn't mean that we gotta hate each other. Doesn't mean there's racism. I'm not trying to play the race card. I'm just trying to say that this what works in boxing and is lucrative in boxing. So that's the way it goes. I hope PBC promotes this guy and promote Andy Ruiz Jr. I hope they promote it to the best of his ability. I hope the endorsement comes in. I hope everybody respect in the media platform those casual medias that don't know crap about no boxing. But I know this is a story that we all gonna love and we're gonna salve it. He is a face of the norm. He is the face of the average people. He is the face of success. He is the face of climbing from the bottom to the top. Of course, Deontay Wilder as well, but he's been to the top. Andy Ruiz Jr. just got a little taste of the top, and I believe he's going to do a good job if he's moved right, get that fight going. We ain't have the lucrative fight with Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder, but I believe they could create a storyline in this fight that could make it as huge as the Joshua and Wilder fight. I believe it's going to be as huge of it. Now, let me know if I ain't making any sense. Let me know if I make sense. I already said it. Mexicans run boxing. The fighters, Mexican run boxing, especially here in America. The Deontay Wilder versus Andy Ruiz Jr. could be as lucrative as the Anthony Joshua versus Deontay Wilder. I believe it could be as lucrative. Let me know if you agree or disagree. Leave your comment in the bottom. I hope you subscribe. But the people that subscribe me, I love y'all all. They're my boxing family, my ladies and gentlemen of boxing. I love y'all. Take care, you and your family and things of that nature. Subscribe, hit the notification button. You already know, so you can get the updated videos when I post them up. Let's go, baby. I'm loving boxing, man. I'm loving it. Everybody says it was going down. Everybody was trying to be disappointed, but ain't nobody disappointed. If you don't love the sport of boxing and you put everything into perspective, you know that this is great for boxing still. Even me, I thought it was going to be like, damn, we lost the mega fight. But this needed to happen. It was inevitable. I called it. And for the welterweight division, I'm going to make another video on the welterweight division. Y'all better get your acts together. The whole world want to see, right? They want to see Errol Spence versus Bud Crawford. You better get your acts together, because we are going to get a J-Rock to destroy and throw a monkey wrench into the welterweight division. We are going to get our own Andy Ruiz to throw a monkey wrench in the welterweight division, because right now there is no point why we can't see Errol Spence versus Bud Crawford, because that's what the fans want, right? That's what the media platform, high-rated media platform, ESPN, Fox, and all those people, that's what y'all want, right? That's what y'all promoted, right? So there you go. Bob Arum is working with Al Heyman already. So let's go. Let's make it happen, because if Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder's going to fight, that means both parties are working together. There is no more excuses. There is no this side of the street, this side of the street. That is crap. I don't want to hear it come out of Errol Spence's mouth, and that's it. Let's make the fight happen. Forget about the Sean Porter fight, because that's not the fight. It's still a unification bout. If you fight Bud Crawford, fight it right now before one of these guys are going to lose. Somebody's going to throw a monkey wrench, and I'm going to be like this. If you fight Sean Porter, good chance. Do not be surprised, guys, if Sean Porter beats Errol Spence, throw this whole monkey wrench and this whole operation, and it's going to go back to people respecting the Keith Thurmans of the world, people respecting the Danny Garcia of the world, people respecting the Sean Porters of the world. Manny Pacquiao's still here, and it's gonna throw a monkey wrench in with the mega fight that people really want to see. Here we go. You better do it. It's gonna happen. It's inevitable. That's what happened when you're greedy. It ain't gonna work. You can't play boxing, my friends. Don't be greedy.